Omnisphere 3 is finally here, and honestly, I'm so excited about this one. In this video, I'm going to share with you a quick overview and share with you some of my favorite new features that is featured in Omnisphere 3. Since you guys are family, I want to be completely honest and transparent with you. I haven't always used Omnisphere in general. I've always heard great things about it. If you're in the music industry, you know everyone raves about Omnisphere. And for me, I was relying on a lot of other libraries since I've been producing music, and I've never really been able to work Omnisphere into my workflow. But that's partially because I never really tried to work it into my workflow. So I say all that to say, within the past 2 and 3 months, I've been using Omnisphere a lot more. And in this video, I'm excited to share with you Omnisphere 3. So one of my challenges with Omnisphere 2 was I feel like there wasn't really a good way of organizing the sounds. You know, you had all of these sounds, but the organization I feel like needed a upgrade. And in Omnisphere 3, you have a better organization system for your libraries within Omnisphere. So if you're looking for an analog vibe type sound, and you can just search through all of, you know, the different sounds in this library, so to speak. If you want to click on retro vibes and see what retro vibes are, you can kind of click through and search just for those retro vibe type sounds, you know. So that's a really fun sound right there. All right, let's see what analog vibes have to offer. I would assume that this is probably your classic vintage type sounds within analog vibes. Let's go to pads. Let's click on back to the 80s. And for you guys that are into sound design, you have all of your sound design features right here on the screen. So let's turn up the attack a little bit. Let's turn up the resonance. One of the things I really appreciate about this library is there is a sense of clarity and fullness when you play these sounds, you know? So it's worth noting if you're wondering how many sounds is in the new Omnisphere 3. So to my understanding, Omnisphere 3 has 26,000 new sounds. So that brings the total factory library sounds to over 40,000 sounds. That is completely crazy. So what that tells me is really, you don't really need any other library. You can get Omnisphere and have all of the sounds that you need. But we're musicians and we love new shiny toys and VSTs. So, you know, most of us, we're going to get the upgraded Omnisphere and we're still going to buy new VSTs as well. It's just how the game goes, you know? So your next question may be, if Omnisphere 3 has over 40,000 sounds, how much space is that going to take up? Well, with the new lossless optimization technology that Omnisphere is using, it's only going to take up 64 gigabytes on your hard drive. So that's the same amount of gigabytes that Omnisphere 2 took up. So I think that's a good deal. 40,000 sounds, 64 gigabytes, kind of makes sense, right? And also all of the legacy Omnisphere sounds have been updated as well. So essentially you're going to get the legacy libraries like the atmosphere stuff as well. So it's been updated to work in the new Omnisphere 3, you know? So those are some of the bass sounds. Let's go to EPs. Maybe some lo-fi. So within Omnisphere 3, there's this really cool feature called Mutate. So when you press Mutate, it creates a completely new patch using the current sound that we have selected. So check this out. So that's a new sound that essentially doesn't exist. If we press it again, it's going to create a new sound that doesn't exist on the fly. And all of your mutations save as well. So if we go over to mutations, and then we click on the date, we can see how our mutations are saved. So that's a really cool new feature that I think a lot of you are going to find a lot of value in. Again, listen to that clarity. So we can add in some ambience. So another new feature that Omnisphere 3 has is called Quadzone. So we won't really get into it in this video, but essentially what it is, it gives you a grid or zone system where each of the 4 layers within this mode can be triggered and controlled in 3 different modes. So fader, notes, velocity, and it's almost, to my understanding, almost like splits. You know, if we go fader mode, as you turn the fader up, more of these sounds are going to come in. So I'm gonna have to spend more time working with the Quadzone. That's not really a feature that I probably will use with my workflow, but some of you may find it helpful. But for me, I'm not gonna really use that feature at all, but just wanted to let you know about that feature. This is definitely like a rolling type sound. Turn the ambience up. This reminds me of all of those $3,000 vintage type synths that are in the music store, you know? Let's put some stars beside that because I really like that sound right there. This is Omnisphere 3. We probably could have spent a whole entire video just going through all of the sounds. I'm sure it would have probably been like maybe a 4 or 5 hour video easily with 40,000 sounds. Yeah, that would have been a very long video. But you see, you have a lot of amazing features inside of this new software, Omnisphere 3. If you're a sound designer, if you're a musician, if you're new to production, if you need some fresh inspiration, I think Omnisphere 3 is going to be really, really good for you. But I would say don't be overwhelmed by how many sounds it is. I think the more you work it into your workflow, I think it will work out for you. And that's what I'm telling myself. I'm going to challenge myself to use Omnisphere more so that I can really work it into my workflow. I produced a track not too long ago using Omnisphere, and it really elevated the track with the clarity and just the tonality of what Omnisphere brings to the table. So that's all we got today in this video. Comment down below what you think. Let me know if you are planning to get Omnisphere 3 or if you plan on upgrading from 2 to 3. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. That's all we got for today. We are out.